Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back again with another live show on the channel. It is preview for the final game of the 2023-2024 season. Away to Brentford tomorrow on the final game. The season is nearly finished. It's either Europe or we miss out on it. Mason, are we looking forward to the final game? Or is it going to be a very nervy one?
I suppose.
And we've got none of that. And the man, Mr. John Sinclair, how are you feeling for tomorrow?
I said the other day, I don't know if I remember saying, I might be wrong with this, but I don't feel confident going into tomorrow's game for the first time, but I just wish the season ends now. But we got one last chance to win this game, right?
Yep.
Chelsea's got to do us a favour, which I don't think they will do. United's got to win their game. We got to do better what United has done. I still say United. I say if I was say United, I say United. But there's somebody. Okay, Mason, Man United. Okay. Nah, it's just listen, we got to do our bit tomorrow. We got to do what we got to do. Do that.
Can I just say something? Fuck off, Parrot.
Has he come up with something in the chat? Has he?
Who's that? Who's that?
Chippers.
Oh, bless him.
Anyway, guys, you know the drill. If you enjoyed tonight's show, remember to hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those search results on YouTube. Please, of course, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button free to do so to help the channel grow. And the bell notification will let you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video takes place on the day. So I will notify you what is coming up on the channel week in, week out. If you'd like to give a donation, feel free to do so. If you want to become a member, it's only 99p a month. Hit the join button to become a member. You'll be put into the next prize draw we do on the channel as well. We'll dive into comments that have come in. Good evening, Brian. What is your thoughts on Eddie trying to get all these English players, Tossin, Kelly, Ramsdale, if he is a ruthless in the summer or even tomorrow with the squad, and we lose, I reckon he's gone, says Brian.
I don't know about if he's gone, but he needs to be ruthless. I mean, I spoke to a lad today. Emilio came on my channel, did a half
hour video. I've seen that video, so yeah, nice one.
And he's brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. And for what he's told us, then I can't be jumping jaws for Tossin. I can't be jumping this guy. Do you know what I mean? But I like to see Dewey Freeman make a decision on that if it's him, I'm sure. But it's nice to what's with all these English players? What's with all the English like? Do you know what I mean? Is it Eddie makes the call? I love Eddie, but wow, it's interesting.
It is. Oh, I think Mason. We Brighton sacked their manager. Wallace said to me she reckons there could be another two managers who get sacked from the Premier League. Don't quote me, but did I hear today our board is ready to be ruthless? Well, need to be. Well, Eddie needs to be ruthless as well. Yeah,
no,
it was announced that
he's leaving. He's leaving. He's not being sacked.
He's just leaving. Chippers in the chat. Evening, Pete Mason and John the Legend up you well, Ian. Very nervous because if you don't get Europe, it will have massive consequences, says Brian. Ronald Koeman, cheers, Mr. Bean. Even Lawrence up you well. It was John there. Sorry, Mason put that in. Ronald Koeman manages Cardiff.
Is this true? Is this true that he's going to Cardiff?
No. It's just Chippers having a wind up in the chat. So, you know. We'll get a chance with Mason come back in once he's internet it's all sorted. But it's a big game tomorrow, John. It's either Europe or we're going to miss out on it. Full stop.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose that game tomorrow and United wins that game, they go above us, and then that puts to 8th, and that's not going to get us through. But if we win that game tomorrow, we'll be 7th. I expect Chelsea to win the game against Bournemouth. We just got to hope City win that game of the FA Cup, and that gets into Europa Conference, I believe. But either way, right? I mean, we need to get better quality players coming through. And the fact of the matter is, I mean, Eddie's got to pick the right team. Nick Pope has got to come in. Joe Linton has got to come in. Yeah. If Livermento's fit, then
no, I think Livermento's season's done, unfortunately. So it's either Kraft or it's either Trippier or Kraft at right back tomorrow.
For me, it's going to have to be Kraft right back and Sharp the centre back and Trippier. For what we've seen of him, he wasn't that great. I'm not going to lie. He was woeful. I'm not going to lie. But at the end of the day, right? I mean, I'm just going to call it out there. I'm going to say it how it is. But Joe Linton has got to come in. Longstaff needs to be dropped and play Elliot Anderson in there as well. A lot of fun. I'll go Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon if he is fit, and for me, Isak. But the players needs to know what's needed. We're not on the beach. We've got a job to do in 90 minutes, and we've got to absolutely smash Brentford. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be easy going there, but Ivan Tony hasn't scored for 11 games. Yeah, he's been licking his chops to get one against us. And listen, we've got to see what happens, Pete, because you know what? This is the last 2 games would be absolutely rough. We want them to be that great. But we've got to take our chances. We've got to be clinical in front of the goal. We've got to make the right decisions up front. And we win the game. But if we don't defend properly, like we saw the other night, we're going to lose the game. Simple as that.
I mean, if Dubravka's in goal tomorrow, I am shitting myself. I really, really am.
They're targeting. Burnball's going to, and Toy's going to target him. Effie, single opportunity. If I was Thomas Frank, I'd say to the players, yo, take the early shots early. Get the shots in early. Get them in, right? And put pressure on. And put the high balls in as well. Test him with the high balls. He is not good with the high balls. He's just so nervous there. But after this game, I don't want to see Dubravka playing again.
No, neither do I.
I don't, because I tell you what, if he signs another deal, right? I doubt he will. But if he signs another deal, right, then we're moving forward, Pete, because we are now in phase 3, right, of the project. Yeah, phase 3. There's about 7 or 8 players I want to see leaving. Yeah, that is the bottom line. And if they don't like it, off. I'll just send it out there. I was sounding like Lee Gunner, am I, man?
I'm up to me, Colin.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Ain't good enough, Mason. Ain't good enough, Mason.
No, somehow my computer kicked us out. My laptop kicked us out for some reason.
I don't worry about it.
Sorry to hear that.
Dubs plays we will get beat 3-1. Wissa Tony will tongue us. Got to read of AC Milan on night. TVX on my tablet guard. AC Milan on when the kid that gives me PTSD from that night in December. Oh, exactly not a day at the beach as well. Just saying, not commenting about tomorrow. Neither is Ian. Koeman is obsessed with me. We've got to start Joe Linton and Nick Pope tomorrow, Mason. It's a no-brainer. If we go with Dubravka and keep the midfield the same, I dread to think what's going to happen.
Yeah, it depends what team they put out. And then they've got out to play for tomorrow.
Well, no, but it'd be interesting because they're safe already for another season.
Fact is, as well, this could be Ivan Tony's last game, and he'll want to end on a high.
Yes. Coleman is obsessed with me. Good evening, Lorraine. Hope you're well.
Hi, Lorraine. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that I'm on tonight, but it's great to see you on as well. She is lovely. She is absolutely lovely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Callum Wilson looks like he is going to be okay, but do you think he's going to start the game, though, John? I'm not sure.
Personally, I wouldn't play him. Start of him, like, do you know what I mean? I'll wait till the game pans out and then see how it goes. But if he is going to play him, it will have to be 4-4-2. Bruno and Joe Lynn in the mid, and then we're going to have 2 players out wide. But for me, I think it'd be 4-3-3. I think Callum's going to be in as a subs bench. After that, will it be his last game with us? It'd be very interesting.
Yeah, it could be. There's talk that him going away. We personally said we'd move him on because he can't stay fit a season, unfortunately, and that's his problem now. And the guy's 32 as well, so don't blame you, Laptop Mason. I would kick you out too, says he. Your favourite shows on BBC, Wallace and Gromit, a grand day out. Good grief. Even if we don't win, I have faith in Brighton to beat Man United. Hopefully this doesn't change tomorrow, but they have lost all their games in front of fans at the Amex. They have, actually.
Can I just say something about that? Brighton, the JB will want to end on a high.
Yes, he will. Well, absolutely will. Well, Noreen says yes, it did. John Sinclair would hope, even Lawrence says, would hope Brighton are more motivated to win, so De Zerbi goes out on a high at home. So we could well do. Wilson is in the doghouse. So we've got, yeah, it looks like Wilson is fit. There's going to be a check on Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be fine for me. I think Gordon will be in the game. I don't think he's going to miss out. He was just feeling a little sore off the back of what Amrabat did, which we didn't get the penalty for, unfortunately. I think he'll be fine for tomorrow. But what else do you think Eddie needs to do? Do you think he would go with Barnes as well? Take Murphy out the team?
Is that for me or for Mason?
Mason.
It's an interesting one because it's just because there's some players might it could be if players' last games in Newcastle and some of them will want to be kept for Trippier and Chippers. If it's me, I fucking hate you.
Oh yes, he's just said it's a photos of Ronald Koeman.
Fuck off, Chitlins.
Wow.
I feel like obviously you've got the Copa America and all the put up there and all, but I feel like you'll start some of them tomorrow who was likely to be their last game tomorrow.
Yep. Even Lorraine's nervous. Wilson's in the doghouse as well. Anthony Gordon said it would take more than a score angle to keep him from playing. He's not like Woeful Wilson. Well, absolutely. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're keeping well.
Hello, Chris.
You're keeping well there, Chris.
Hi, Chris. How are we doing? You good?
You are keeping well. Brian says I'm with Lady Sam when she said that it's getting to the point where you have to stop watching Eddie press conferences because it's the same stuff. That's the problem. It is the same stuff a lot of the time. 1-0 Torino. Good evening, Pete. Mason and John Hope was all good. Great show last night. Cheers, Pete. And just Jesus. Oh, good God almighty. If we do go with Pope and have Joe Linton in there, we've got a chance. We've got an almighty chance because Joe Linton will help control the midfield, and our defence trusts Pope more than what Dubravka is. I'm just sick of Dubravka flapping when every ball comes to him now. It's just, and he can't get to it. So, yeah. Proper channel. Cheers, Chris.
Stop there, Chris. Stop there, Pete. Chris, what about my channel, man? What about my channel, Chris?
Yeah,
Wait for a response.
John's going to reach out as well.
It's
like me. But I just want to see. We've got to turn up tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see what Brentford do. If this is going to be Ivan Toney's last game, but I just want to see us go out and win because we get a win. Europe, we've got 7th place guaranteed. Of course, yours too, John. Haha, proper channel mate. So there you are.
My guy.
Absolutely as well.
My guy.
But of course, we still are going to be with Livermento's missing for the final game of the season. Of course, along with Target, Botman, Lascelles, Willock as well. Unfortunately, Trippier has come out and said that he's been talking to the club apparently that he doesn't want to be part of the team going to Australia. And do you know what? I kind of blame him in a way because the fact is when that tour's on, there's not long for the Euros to be prepared. And I think Trippier will get picked for the Euros. I believe he will. And the fact is,
I don't blame him.
Well, not just exactly. You haven't got long to get prepared for the Euros, and the fact is, considering Australia's the other side of the world, it's nearly a full day of flying out there. When I came back from Australia, I was feeling jet lag for at least a couple of weeks, and Trippier that'll end up happening to Trippier as well.
But the fact is as well. I don't know what plans I've got for like once they finish, but some of them might just go straight to, like obviously with Bruno, you may go straight to Brazil. That's a 10-hour flight. Or depends where some of them are going. Depends if they're going straight on holiday after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously some of them got to like Dubai, etc. Like some of them are going to Thailand. I'm waiting for your comment, Chip, for what I've just said about Thailand. Like some of the obviously like Saudi and all that, etc. I don't know what's going to happen, but I won't be surprised if someone will just go like where they're going to be based for like the Copa America. If someone might go straight to Germany for the Euros.
Yeah.
I don't know what will happen, but yeah, I feel like after that, it's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, absolutely. It really, really will be. Chris Packard, Tan Dub says, Brian, yeah, he is. Usually a lot of goals on the last day of the season. Looking forward to it all. It's going to be interesting in terms of the Europe. Who's going to win the Premier League title? But we know Luton's going to be the final team relegated.
It'll be interesting to see if what'll happen tomorrow.
It will be. After tomorrow, final whistle goes. We are literally in Euros territory. Isn't like 3 weeks away. It's not. It's not a lot of time to get ready for it, unfortunately. So that's the thing. So, but it's just you go with Pope, go with Joe Linton. We've got a chance. I know people say Barnes as well is not a bad shout. I know people said that I'm being impressed with Harvey Barnes. I don't think we've seen the best of Harvey Barnes yet.
Not at all, Pete. Not at all. I mean, look, he's coming. He's had a 3-4 month injury record, yeah, which didn't help him at all. But when he does play,
what did I tell you?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, well, right? I mean, he has some good games, he has some poor games as well. But let's be real, right? I mean, 38 million quid he costs, right? That's the bottom line. And a lot of people are saying, is that an Eddie Howe signing or is that a Dan Ashworth signing? I mean, for what I've heard, for me, Eddie didn't want him. That was Dan Ashworth signing. Let's be honest about it. But next season, I want to see the best version of Harvey B. Next season, the best version. I've got every confidence in this guy. I mean, it's his first season. For me, I think he needs another season. He needs another season.
Yeah, I will give him another season as well.
I'm not going to diss him. I'm not going to diss him out. I'm not going to write him off at all whatsoever because I think he can come around. He's not a mug. He's not a mug.
No, he's definitely not.
Yeah, what did I tell you?
Yeah, absolutely.
With Thailand?
Yes. Man City will win the league. Luton will go down. Man City will win the title. There's no way West Ham are going to go to the Emirates and get anything. Arsenal, I expect to be Everton, but Man City's just going to get the title just for the... Coleman, give us a wave. Coleman, give us a wave, says Chippers. Anyway. Okay, Mason. So we've talked about who's missing for the final game of the season. Take it away with the players Brentford are missing on the final game of the season.
Josh De Silva, Ben Mee, Rico Henry, who actually got look the last time we played Brentford, he got injured. Aaron Hickey and Nathan Collins, but he is a doubt tomorrow. He's a doubt tomorrow, Nathan Collins.
Interesting. So it means if they're without Ben Mee, their defence could be got at in a way a little bit. They've had a poorer season that they did. Their season's been quite poor for them. But they've done enough to stay in the league. They've had to do it without Ivan Toney throughout a lot of the season, unfortunately. They got Maupay in, but I don't think Maupay's a goal scorer.
He's not, though. When he came back, he's been banging in the goals and that sort of. I think, this is the Maupay's coming back. But at the end of the day, right, I mean, I think he's only on loan, didn't he, from Everton until the end of the season, I believe. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think we should look after him tomorrow. I think if we could defend properly.
It's Tony and Wissa and Bueno that are my concerns because I think they're great players there.
Can I quickly come back in? Maupay might want to stay at Brentford because Everton might need the money. Everton will want the money, so they probably want Maupay to stay at Brentford so they can have the money.
Possibility. Man City will be 3. Josh De Silva is a name that gives me PTSD. If you remember the Carabao Cup tie under Brucey, I remember that.
I remember that game, Christ almighty.
And he got sent off when we beat them 2-0 a couple of seasons ago. Bonds probably brings maturity that the team needs. I think he does as well. As I mentioned, I don't think we've seen the best of Harvey Barnes. So I don't mind him starting. It's just Jacob Murphy he hasn't impressed in the last couple of games for me, unfortunately. And I do not want to see Almiron starting tomorrow as well. I mean, I don't know. If Miggy starts, honestly, my head's going to be in my hands.
Yeah, I'll go with you, Pete. I'll go with you, mate.
I think Barnes on the left, put going on the right, and Isak through the middle. Hopefully, Isak can shake this illness off, because again, he's not looked good in the last couple of games as well. So hopefully, he manages to shake that off as well. And then Brian says, "John, you buying the Adidas kits when they come out?"
100%. I mean, again, is it next month? Next month it'll be out next month.
It's like beginning of next month from what's been going around.
And then the away ones comes out the following month as well. So I would definitely buy one next month. I might have to come up and buy the shirt. I might have to come up.
Well, you never know, John. If you can order it, hopefully it's not going to be Castore anymore. That's the thing. So hopefully they don't have screw-ups with deliveries like Castore have had so many this season and the season before that. So let's be clear, fellas. If we don't win tomorrow, we would be bottling Europe. Must win tomorrow. I agree, Chris.
100%, Chris.
I mean,
look, we have bottled it.
Chris, why are you saying bottling it? You hate the word. You hate the bottling word, Chris, man.
I mean, it's just if we don't get Europe, I worry what could happen to some of our top players. That's what my concern is if we don't make Europe, or if we don't make Europe, but we keep saying to the top players, right, this is still a project of this club. We need to chuck Deadwood out this team. We're gonna get rid of this Deadwood for you and get it off the wage bill, because there's so many of that, unfortunately. Okay, no Bruce Mason. You do know watch along, Pete. I'm not sure yet, Brian, but you'll be known. See reports that Miggy doesn't want to move away, but I'm sure ASM would have thought the same a year ago and he got moved on. Hopefully, has a good cop at America and someone offers a daft price for him. That's a good point there, Lawrence, because ASM said he loved staying at the club, but we had to move him on. We needed some money to help with our FFP. Miggy is dead. Miggy is unfortunately Deadwood in the team now. ASM wasn't Deadwood, but Miggy is unfortunately Deadwood in the team, and we need him to move on. He's been here since Rafa Benitez was here. He's been at the club over 5 years now, and this is a player that needs to be shifted out the door, because it's been so disappointing this season. It really, really has. And we know he wasn't good under our previous manager. Fair enough. But Miggy's had chances, plenty of chances. When Eddie Howe came in, I don't think Miggy only scored 1 goal that season. That's not enough for him to play his caliber. He got double figures last season, which he did have a great season, but there's only been a few goals this season, and it's been very disappointing.
I agree with you, Pete. I mean, look, goes out there now, right? I mean, look, we want to win trophies, right? We want to win titles, yeah? Miggy had 6 years to improve himself year in, year out. Yeah. For me, he hasn't offered the season. That is the thing. And I said earlier on, we're in phase 3 of the project, right? I want to see new players come in. I want to see Minte come in, right? And start next season. I want to see Minte come in and start next year. He's 19. If Lewis Manley can come in 17, 18, I think Minte should come in and start for games with us. He's 19. Yeah.
I want to see him in pre-season. And if he does well in pre-season, he should be given a chance.
Fact, and make Miggy players like Miggy and Murphy sweat a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Don't get us wrong. I'm not going to criticize them, but they are not good enough to take us where they want to be. It's as simple as
that. They're not. They're simply not, John.
Fact. And if they want to back these, if you want to back them, right, then you're not ambitious. You're not ambitious.
Exactly. How can you that's not Miggy's been here too long. Jacob Murphy's been here a while. He might be a good squad player, but we need to be looking to the future now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
When we need to really improve the squad. But Jacob's twin brother, well done with the brace for Oxford United today. Yeah, Oxford promoted there to the championship, and 2 goals from Josh Murphy as well. So to be honest, what will be, says Lorraine, but either way, I've got me nibbles and Prosecco. chilling to celebrate or to drown me sorrows. Hopefully, it's the first one you've said there, Lorraine, which is something to celebrate. People hate the word, Mason, but what else is it? We should beat this Brentford team. At some point, we have to hold our own team to the proper standard. All you have to do is beat Brentford. That's as simple as that. Absolutely, Chris.
Facts.
We just have utter dross in Deadwood. We can't move them on because of Mike Ashley. That is one of the problem, was down to Mike Ashley. Charnley would have been another one in there as well. We give players silly contracts with ridiculous wages, and it's hard to get rid of them. And that is the problem as well. It's not the new ownership. It's not Eddie Howe's fault. These have been, since Mike Ashley, and we kind of get rid of them. Ian, good evening. Hope you're well. Garan Koyol has gone back. Ian down under, but we hardly know, hardly out about him, says Ronald. We'll wait and see what happens. If for Seaman pre-season, fair enough. If it doesn't go well, he's probably looking at another loan spell by the looks of it. Chip should be a leader and represent his club and go along with the plans. He can think, but it needs to portray positivity. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, Lorraine, but it's not enough time for him to get ready for the Euros. And I believe Southgate will pick Trippier for the Euros. And there's not a lot of time, and Trippier needs to get ready for that as well. So
he
doesn't want to be training with England with full on jet lag. Surely not.
You need like a big chunk of recovery.
Yeah, you will.
That's what you need. You need a big chunk of recovery. And obviously, he's one of Southgate's main right backs and all. So
he may not get ahead of Walker possibly, but he'll certainly be at least in there. Yes, but club of four country. Yeah, that's actually a good point, Lorraine, as well. In apparently it's 2-0 to Reno, according to Lawrence. So we'll get into the predicted lineup in just a moment. I mean, but if we go with the same lineup against Man United, we may as well forget Europe at this, beating Brentford at the moment. We kind of go to the final game with the same team against Man United, surely.
Oh, well, if he does pick the same side, you know what? I ain't going to bother watching it because I'll just go to the gym. I'll probably see if I can go for a run, if I can do a run. I haven't done a run for ages. Or I might do a bit of cooking as well if I see that same lineup again. But tongue in cheek, but you're right. I mean, look, Eddie needs to change it up. He made it clear that he's be loyal to the fans, but to the players, now he's got to be ruthless. He has to be ruthless now. This is his opportunity. This is his chance because he knows that we got to get in Europe. Yeah, he's got to change. If he change it up and we lose the game, then we can't really blame him too much because he's changing.
He's trying to change it around. It's the players to try and do that. If you put the same if he's too loyal with the likes of Dubravka, with the likes of Longstaff, out of
36. I mean, I think he'd be gone as well, man. Let's be real. I mean, he's too loyal to 36 all the time, every week, and Murphy, and Dubravka, not good enough. Ain't acceptable, man. He has to realise, Eddie. I love Eddie. He has to realise that he's got to change it up, and if he doesn't change it up, then I'm sure the owners will make sure he change it up or be ruthless. If he's not going to be ruthless, they get someone else who's going to be ruthless. You know what I mean? I don't want it for Eddie. He knows what's needed. And he's got to play Joel in tomorrow. He's got to play Pope in tomorrow. And he's got to go for their Shah at the centre of the defence and Kraft the right back.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Yes. I mean, it's just... I hope he doesn't come out, if he plays Dubravka, I hope he doesn't come out and say, but it could have been Dubravka's final game of the season. So what? It should have been his last game a couple of previous games ago. Or so many games ago. That's true, Mason, says Lorraine. Feel that if players weren't happy with Australia trip, they could have said something in March or earlier, possibly. Penfold, as I call Charlie Pete. I had numerous run-ins with him and Derek Lambias. Charlie was knee good. Derek Lambias wasn't any much better.
Is Charlie not? Is Charlie still a Forest?
No, did he not leave them?
I'm sure he's still. I swear he's still there.
I'm sure he was at Forest, but I don't know where he is now. Like, but there's mention him Forest.
I haven't heard him for ages. Heard him for ages. I thought because I thought he's still a Forest.
I don't think he is.
He's still a Forest.
Oh, Chippers wants us to put the year of Ronald Koeman on screen to. Oh, one. Just to show the comparison.
He's been according to Forest, right? That was last year, right? I'm just checking on it now. Apparently, he's been sacked.
Johnny left Forest last year. Yeah, he did. There you are. Lawrence just said it.
Sacked.
There you go, Chippers.
So remember, guys, we're going to get into our predicted lineup, and we're going to go with what Eddie should go with, not what he thinks he's like. We are going to go with what we like to see rather than what Eddie should go with himself. So remember to get your starting 11 in the chat. Remember to get score predictions in. We'll get ours ready. John, if you could just private chat yours, and I'll just stick a banner up for you, John.
Yeah, sure. You can carry on chatting while I do this, like.
I'm just getting mine in ready. Mason will do his when I've seen it. So,
Okay.
Sorry.
Peter, I've got the same as you.
Oh, sorry. Just all right. Fair enough. Just the score prediction, John.
2-2. I don't think he'll do it, but
he's
just got to hope Man United's got. I think he's going to be 2-2. It depends on the team lineup.
Is that your score prediction, John?
Yeah, 2-2.
Okay,
Sorry.
fair. That's fair enough, but we'll come into it towards the end of the show as well when we get it out. Johnny left for us. Let's be surprised if he starts pro from the start. He'll probably come on in the last 15 minutes. God, I hope not. People see if he isn't fit. Well, why? If he's not fit, why is he on the bench? If he's not fit, it should be Karius on the bench instead. Everything gonna be all right. Eddie has our backs. Hopefully he does. He's got to listen and stop being like these players and take out certain players who've been absolutely poor. And I say that's your line, John, but we'll go into it, which is probably what we're probably thinking it's going to be the same as well. You could also give predictions for the Man United game as well. That could impact on our league position, says Lawrence. Yep, could well do. That's a good point there, Lawrence. Well, we'll get into it then. Go on, Mason. Got to kick it off in goal.
Pope.
It's got to be Pope, Charlie. Please, Eddie, play him. Take Dubs out. He's Deadwood. We need this keeper back in now. We need him back in for the final game of the season. So please do get him back in the starting 11. Please. Right then, John at right back.
Emil Kraft.
We'll go with Kraft. I'm not sure if Trippier was fit the other night. He looked very rusty, and look how much he played the guy on side. So I'm going to say Kraft. I thought Kraft was pretty good the other night for me as well. Lorraine's going for a 3-1 win. Interesting. Right then, taking up at centre-back solve position. I was bringing back in this guy, Fabian Schär. Hopefully he's going to be on his fully game. Glad he's back from the hamstring injury, and hopefully that he can stay fit throughout the rest of the 90 minutes. Let's get him back into the side for Fabian Schär. Next centre pairing, Mason at centre-back.
Ben.
Yep, I think Ben will be in there as well. Definitely. He's done well since playing at centre-back as well, so definitely Ben in there. And then in at left-back, John?
Going to be one Lewis Hall. Outstanding on there. Outstanding against United. And I think this guy's going to be our fullback for the next 10 years.
I hope he is, John. Yeah, hopefully you're right, John. Hopefully you are right there. Right. Brighton are going to beat Man United, no problem. Honestly, going off Eddie's presser, he will not play Porby. We'll probably give him a welcome cameo at the end. He's got to play Pope. If we go with Dubravka, I'm dreading it because Dubravka, he can't catch the ball properly now. That third goal that Højlund scored really annoys me because it's not a lot of power, but Dubravka can't get a bloody glove onto it. And he's going down. He's too slow now. Far too slow. We need to win. We'll go 2-1. Good evening, Wacky Angler. Hope you're keeping well. I remember we got relegated and Mike Ashley went on Sky after an interview talking utter shite. Oh. Yeah, Jesus wept. Right then, so into midfield. Start with this guy, Bruno. Please, I hope he is here for next season. I really, really hope he is. We need to keep this guy. We really need to keep this guy. So Bruno, and he's too vital to our squad. So he has to play on the final game of the season for me. Okay, then Mason, another one. Next one in midfield.
Joe Linton.
Yeah, I think he's got to come in for this game. Surely he has to. We need to help control that midfield. So please bring J7 into the start lineup for tomorrow. The last one in midfield there, John.
Got to be Elliot Anderson.
Had a poor game the other night, but he's going to have a poor game sometime. Whereas Longstaff has had too many poor games, too many at the moment. So I think it's not a bad idea bringing Elliot Anderson, keeping in Anderson for this game. So there you go. So that's a midfield 3. We'll just be happy if Pope and Joe Linton start. Yeah, absolutely. All this bollocks over a Man City move for a Bruno, I don't know what it is. It's like this talk of the Isak one going to Arsenal as well, which is never going away at the moment. And talking about this, Ramsdale, Ramsdale has come out and says it's just news to him.
Well, let's put it this way. Silly says it's just starting. Number one. Secondly, right? I mean, they took an utter crap. I've seen social media come out saying stuff. Oh, we're getting Ramsdale. We're going to get him. Fees being agreed. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone falling for it. Yeah. Let's be real, right? They need to take a chill pill because I just took a step back and just say, this ain't going to happen. It's talking a lot of BS again. It started out from Football London, right? Who are absolute crap, right? As for wannabe journalists, come out and say, right, you know, let's make it up here. Football London is a crap, pathetic journalism. I do not want to listen to them. They're even worse than a couple of national newspapers, Pete Mason, and the people in the chat, yeah? I don't listen to them. I want to find the truth. I want to see the truth when I have a medical at the football club. That's all I want to know. A medical by Fabrizio Romano, right? David Ormstein to agree, right? And by the club. Other than that, right? Let's not talk about BS like sort of thing. You know what I mean? I can remember years ago, Alan Oliver tells you everything. And another thing is, I think the club needs to tell us whether it's true or not.
Yeah, they do.
Now, as journalists, this needs to stop, yeah, and stop all the journalism, stop all the media speculation. You need to stop it now. Don't lead us on.
Absolutely, John. Sorry, guys, but you'll play long stuff. Well, we'll see. We're just going what we like to see here for the lineup and what it should be. Nian says, if Ramsdale, I don't want Ramsdale. Personally, I'd save the money, try and get Navas from PSG on a free. Maybe. Or we can get Mamadishvili from Valencia for cheaper.
Wacky angle, wacky angle. I'm just gonna say Navas is getting a bit on. Like I wouldn't mind him, but he's getting a bit on, isn't he? I don't mind him as a keeper, but how old is he? 37, 36?
Yeah, well, there's Mamadishvili. He's only 23 years old.
But if you're gonna get Mamadishvili, then he has to be number one. He's got to be number one. And I'll tell you what, he's better than Ramsdale, hands down.
Oh yeah, he's so tall as well, nearly 4 off 2 meters tall. Ramsdale is obviously not going to admit to anything until the deal is done. Absolutely. Navas is 38 later this year, so he's quite on now. I don't think I would bring in a keeper that old now. Well, in that old now for me, definitely not. Absolutely not. We got Pope at 30 years old, but Pope's still I think 30 is still a very young age for a goalkeeper.
Pete, can't correct you there, it's 32.
Well, no, he was 30 when we purchased him.
Oh, yeah. Got you.
But which is still very young for a goalkeeper, so in my opinion. So yeah. Right then, so finish off with the attack and 3. So back to you, Mason.
Gordon.
Taking up one of the wing positions, so we're going to go with on the right. Anthony Gordon?
No, Murphy on the right.
Oh, you said Gordon.
I was on the left.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We're just going on the attack and 3. So you're going with Gordon for one of the positions. Okay, John, next one of the wide positions.
Harvey B.
We'll go with Barnes. Do you know what? Let's give him a chance. We'll give him a chance and see what he can do.
But what he'll probably do tomorrow, he'll probably pick Miggy on tomorrow.
Oh, if he does, I really hope not. Definitely hope he doesn't.
Fine.
And the last one up from through the middle, Alexander Isak. Hopefully he shook the illness off. And we are just, he manages to get some goals on the final game of the season, which would be great if he does that. So that's what the lineup we have picked. Eddie, let us know. Well, hopefully you're watching and you go with what we have chosen for tomorrow. So we'll run it through again. So in goal, Nick Pope, a back four of Emil Kraft, Fabian Shed, Dan Bin and Lewis Hull, a midfield three of Bruno, Joe Linton and Elliot Anderson, an attacking three of Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon and Alexander Isak. Let us know if he'll do that. If he doesn't, who's he going to put in instead? Let us know down in the live chat who he'll put in instead. Even the John, you must be happy after your first team beat us. Oh, God, he's on to this again. Ramsdale had concentration issues. We already have that. Is our goal. His name is the Dutch hooker. Yep. Yeah, Ramsdale has concentration issues as well. That's the problem, which is why he's lost his place ahead of David Raya. Would be happy with that, says Lawrence. Yeah, I think if he goes with that, I think that gives us a bit of a boost. I believe that will give us a bit of a boost, in my opinion. Hopefully it will. We were linked with McCarthy in the mail a couple of days ago from Southampton. He's 34. No, thank you. Alex McCarthy, nah, not for me. Thank you. This is Lawrence, so he's going with Pope, Trippier, so he's going to keep Trippier in there. Craftburn, Hall, Longstaff, Bruno, Joe Linton, Murphy, Isak Gordon. So he's going what Eddie could me go with instead. Oh, that's one here. He says, sorry, mate. So Lawrence's one's a bit interesting there as well, but get yours down in the chat, guys, if you haven't already done so. Let us know what it could be for the final game of the season. We just need to make sure we go with the right team. Brian says, Joe Hart, anyone? He's retiring.
He's retired now. Brian's retired now.
After Rangers next week.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, it's a cup final, isn't it?
Cup final next Saturday.
Yeah.
Looking forward to a fun Sunday, says Ian. But would rather have Anderson than Longstaff and Share in if he's fully fit, says Lawrence. I think Share may come back in for this game if he's going to be 100. If he's going to be feeling 100% fit, maybe it was a good idea. I think it was probably a good idea just to put him on the bench because we know what hamstring injuries could be like, and you probably didn't want to risk of picking up another one straight away after that one. So Hugo Lloris finished.
He's gone to America now, so
he's went to America now.
He retires after we hammer Rangers in the cup, says Ian. There you are.
Fact.
Good evening, Yabba. Hope you're well.
Jabba, jabba, jabba.
So, yes, we'll get the score predictions towards the end of the game. I mean, let us know in the chat, guys. Well, actually, I'm going to put a poll up for this one. And, yeah, is what the poll is going to be. And we'll end the poll when we start to wrap up the show. So here you go. The poll is now going in. And it's just to say, will we qualify for Europe next season? So just yes or no. Get voting in the poll and let us know if it'll be a yes or a no. 3 votes have already come in so far. So get yours in. Get yours in as well. It's got up to 5 now. Heads, just got to say, love John Sinclair says, yeah.
Big up here, bigger Ian, my guy. My guy.
Odds says 3-1. Heads says 4-1 Brentford. Oh, hopefully not. I think we've got a good record at the Brentford Stadium as well. We've won our last 2 games there as well, where Isak scored a brilliant goal. And we won 2-0 in there as well when they got promoted as well. We did lose in the Carabao Cup. But we've won the last 2. We've won the last 2 games away to Brentford actually. So
Peter, it's just a shame who they got promoted against.
Aye.
I was heartbroken then, man.
Oh,
It was a sweet. I would have beaten the playoff final.
yes, it was Swansea, wasn't it?
Yes, that's who we would have been playing them, wasn't it?
Only loss we've had at Brentford in my lifetime was under Bruce, says Lawrence. Yeah, that's it. Lorraine says the referee tomorrow is Simon Hooper. Do you mean Simon Hooper? Simon Hooper.
Nah, it's Hooper.
Assistant referees Adrian Holmes and Simon Long. Fourth officials. The fourth officials Gavin Ward. VAR is Paul Tierney with his assistant VAR Natalie Aspinall. Paul Tierney is.
Shite.
Predictions for the teams around us are Brighton 1, Man U 1, and Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 1, then Man City to beat Man United in the FA Cup final. So there's some interesting predictions. Brighton will want to end the last game on a high because I think what would be good for them right now would be a top 10 finish after going out of Europe quite early. So I think a top 10 finish might do them okay. Isak and Gordon double falls. Isak and Gordon doubles 4-0. Mine's in. Say we were from the in-betweeners. Shea Given, give him a 12-month contract. Shea 40. Shea Givens called it now, unfortunately, but he was my favorite goalkeeper of all time because I thought he was brilliant.
I tell you what, his best performance, his 2 best performances, the one against Liverpool, we lost 5-1, and also this against Middlesbrough, we'd have got to gone 5 or 6 during the half time before Shaw scored. But given that day, first off, the best performance I've ever seen as a goalie in a black and white shirt. He was amazing. If I was giving player ratings, he's 10.
Absolutely. No, sorry, Andrew says because he thinks Celtic will win the cup final. So, yeah, well. But we're going to keep the show, guys. Lads, score predictions for us tomorrow. We're getting those in at the end of the games when we do the end of the show. So do stay tuned for that. But the polls going quite nicely so far. 13 votes have come in. So there's a lot of interesting ones. Votes have come in, so keep going. We've still got a bit of time. We'll end the poll after we've given the score predictions in, so you've still got time to get it in. So we'll win that. What's your plans for the channel, Pete, post-season? Oh, there'll be a lot of things. I will be doing stuff for the Euros, no doubt about that. Of course, we'll keep the good old Friday show going as always, the crazy show. But next one will be next Saturday for the next one because, well,
date night. Yeah, I've got a date with my missus on Saturday.
Well, that's fine. If you miss the show, then fair enough. Yeah, because I've got stuff on next Friday, so that's why it's the PD next show will be on Saturday night. So there you are. But 1-7-0. Or yes, Super 3-0 wins for Philip. Talking about Celtic, Ian Skinner. Just to pass time. What do you lads work at?
I've not looked at your pictures, so don't know. I told John.
Copyright.
Oh, what's going on there? John, if we get your what do
don't know what's happened there.
That's fine. I think you're frozen, John.
Am I? I'll come out and start again, man. Give us a minute.
John, if we get Europe tomorrow, will you run around St James's Park next season in a Mankeely Lyle and I love Newcastle? Oh,
Brian, you'll probably do that at Old Trafford.
So do you lads work at work? I do work in an office is all I'm going to say on that one. 14 votes now in. There's still time. We'll just wait for Johnny. You might do. Peter should do an online cooking podcast recreating the food he's been reviewing from and around the grounds. Ooh, not a bad suggestion there, Wacky. I'll have to have a look. It'd be great to do something now. Yeah, we'll let John just review. I fancy 3-0 Newcastle tomorrow, and I fancy 2-1 Bournemouth against Chelsea. Wow. I mean, Bournemouth's not going to be easy for Chelsea because I think Bournemouth have done very well this season. Definitely not.
I had to put that out when I seen it, like.
Factory working myself, says John. Kenny, fair enough. So,
Brian.
But see, Chelsea are going to be without Reece James tomorrow. I believe they're going to be without Mudryk as well.
Yeah.
Bournemouth had a few wins at Stamford Bridge as well. Yes, they did actually. She wants your thingies at Cardiff City. No. Oh, so you're. So yeah, we'll start to get the score prediction in just a few minutes. John was frozen like he was getting ready to break out and dance any minute. Says Wacky and clever. He's back now. He's back now, so that's all sorted now. So here you are.
There you go. It wouldn't take you that long anyway. So,
but I'm going to ask the both of you because we've got it in the poll. Mason, European football next season, yes or no?
If results go our way, even I.
So you're saying yes, John. Europe next season, are we getting it?
It all depends how Man U does, and I think that game might be a draw. For me, I'll still stick for a draw as well. Well, might just escape it by just going to get away there, just by the skin of our teeth.
I'm going to.
John, David's asking are you going tomorrow? John, David's asking are you going tomorrow? David's asking are you
I'm not,
going
mate. David. Hi, David. I'm not, mate. No, I haven't got a ticket, so I can't go. I do apologise.
I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to say Europe, yes, we'll get it next season. Yeah, the legend is back. Chelsea have just spent 65 million on a 70-year-old. Yes, they have. I believe it's from Brazil, I believe.
Yeah, Esteban Gordon Messinho, and 17 years old, and he cannot draw until he's 18. So he looks a good prospect. Tim Vickery loves this guy, and he's going to be fantastic. But listen, Palmeiras, they produce fantastic young talent.
Okay. Right then. Yeah, they do actually. Man U bottle it. Next season, star Trent, Peter Mayo at St. James's Park. Oh, God. And the Tibbs, I'll not be at Brentford tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't think I would have got a chance in with winning that. I think all the tickets went very quickly. Final game of the season. Everyone's going to be in there, unfortunately. Loads of people would apply for the ballot as well. So, no, but next season, there's a possibility for next season.
You never know. I think we'll do it. I think we'll be fine. But if we did get into Europe, we have got to improve the team. We've got to improve Pete.
Absolutely, yes. So, poll's still open. We're going to read the score predictions out. Right, we'll start with yours, John. So you're going for a 2-2. Hold on, let me just. Oh yes, hold on. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, hold on. Oh, that's fine. So there you are, John. You're going for Newcastle 2, Brentford 2, and the goal scorers.
I'm gonna go with Bruno, and I'm gonna go with Gordon.
Okay, and who's getting the goals for Brentford?
I'm gonna go with Bruno, and I'm gonna go with, if he plays tomorrow, I'll go with Morphy.
Okay. Right then, me and Mason have picked the same score prediction here. So this is what we're both going with for tomorrow. Both of us are going to go for a 2-1 win. We're going to be hopeful and go for the 2-1 win. Mason, goal scorers?
Isak can go and then for Brentford. Tony.
I'm going to say Isak twice, and I'm going to say Ivan Toney for Brentford as well. So we're hopeful. We're going to be hopeful and get a win tomorrow. If Eddie Howe gets a team selection right, well, hopefully he does. So there you are. John's sitting on the fence, away, man.
I'll be honest. I mean, I only going by first score. I mean, it's not going to be an easy game to play, and not many teams go to Brentford and win that game. Not at all. Look at the teams they have beaten. Look at the teams they perform against. They get a lot of draws against top clubs as well. Look at the way they dismantle Man United. Look at the way they dismantle them. Let's be real. But I'm going to be honest. I've gone wrong. I've gone wrong, but I'm honest.
You are. So, fair enough, John. I've got me VPN sorted. Says you have a good one.
There you go.
You got a 2-1-2. Newcastle Pete's going for a 3-2 win. Sack all the VR officials. Get rid of them. Get all rid of the corrupt officials. I'll buy some Union Jack Speedos. Pete, remember, if you get Europe, you have to do a striptease across Northumberland Street. Absolutely no way. Bruno is Jordino just came off me ass 2-0 win. Like big fighters, Nya 1-1 says Andrew as well. So there you are. Right then, since we've got the score predictions all in, tell you what. Let's get Man United's in because it'd be interesting to see for Brighton and Man United. I'm going to say that's a 1-1 draw for me.
I know how John's kind of wanting to win the Waller.
Of course, I don't. That's what.
Give us some advice, and then the chat will go with what he asked us, and we'll get a Brighton and Man United. So I'm going to say that game's going to end a 1-1 draw. Mason,
I'll go with that now.
John.
I'm going to go with that as well.
Fair enough. So Man U's still missing out on Europe unless they win the FA Cup final, but I think City will win the FA Cup final. So there you go. I will do that, says yeah. Nah, I can't stand to see people getting hurt, banned boxing and horse racing. That's fair enough, Lorraine. It's not, I know some of those sports are not for everyone. That's it. Brighton went 2-0. Brighton's going to win 3-0. Anyone seen the rumour about PIF trying to buy Milan? Surely that's got to be BS. Nah, I can't see him doing that. So you too, Lorraine, as well. Right, then we will end the poll now. So this is what it is. So there's been 17 votes have come in. Right then. So out of possible 17 votes, 17% of the people said no, that we will miss out on Europe. Whereas we've got 82% of the votes are feeling very confident and say we will qualify for European football next season. So again, thanks for getting the votes in the poll, guys. Really, really appreciate that as well. So a lot of people are really very hopeful for tomorrow. All down to players to get the job done tomorrow. All down to the players to get the job done tomorrow. So, you know, no. That's for even Ian's not a fan of those sports as well. 2-2 between Man U and Brighton. 1-3, and the lads are going to be throwing Eddie in the air, says Lorraine. Thanks, lads. And I take care, John, as well. Just before we wrap up, John, what we've got coming up on your channel?
What have I got coming up? I'm gonna do the review. If you guys fancy coming on, but is it going to be tight on Sunday, or do you think it's going to be tight?
We could do. Yeah, it might be okay, John. You know, we haven't decided when we're doing ours yet, so
sure. Could be, if you're going to do it, could be about either 7 or 8 o'clock. Could be an 8 o'clocker. So we go for 8 o'clock, and then Monday it could be a Real Talk podcast show. We got to get back on the road. Tuesday, hopefully, I'm going to get Joe, the Villa fan, and that's what I've got to date at the minute. So go to JSTV, John Sinclair TV. And it's on all platforms there. And that's what I've got coming up.
Nice one, John. Nice one. For that.
I'm presuming you're not doing anything for the Australia trip next week.
I'm not, I'm afraid. It's too short notice, mate. So I would have loved to go. I would have loved to go there. But,
like on your channel, man. On your channel.
If I can get Clover on, then I may do it. Then I may do it. So you just never know. But I'm going to have a word of her, see if she can come on my channel, sort of thing, try and get a quick interview, and she can tell us all the games live. But for me, that's going to be real tough because I've got to work that day. They kick off in the mornings, don't they? And I've got to work.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
It's going to be very tricky. When is the dates? When do they play? The dates? Any ideas?
Wednesday, 11:15, and I believe they play Friday.
There you are.
See the time of Friday.
Yabba's going for Bournemouth 1-0 win. It's awful, says Lorraine. If Murphy plays like his brother today, then you're in for a treat. Hopefully you're right there, Wacky.
They play on Friday at 8:15.
If we get Europe, I will have it. Oh, God, yeah. Love them Pete Mason sandwich tonight. That's John's links to John's channel, so do check that out and drop John a subscription. Have you already done so? Away the lads. I'm not sure about the watch along yet, but you will be notified as always. And of course, we'll have our match review and player rating show either tomorrow as well, or Monday night. So do join us for that as well, but you will be notified as always. Great show, guys. Cheers so much. Ian, big up. Thank you to everyone tuning in and watching the show. And of course to the mods as well on the in the live chat as well. So thank you so much, of course, to them as well. Remember, guys, if you have enjoyed tomorrow, please do remember to hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those search results on YouTube. Please, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button, free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. And the bell notification, because I will let you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video does take place on the day. So do hit that to notify you what is coming up on the channel week in, week out. And if you like to give a donation, feel free to do so. And again, if you want to become a member, it's 99p a month and you'll be put into the next prize draws we do on the channel as well. So again, if you want to be a chance for that, it's your chance to become a member. It's only 99p a month. So thank you so much. So how are the lads, says Lorraine. Sure, guys. Cheers, Ian. Take care, everyone. You as well, Ian. Bye, old Yabba. Take care, Yabba. Great show, Pete Mason, JS in the chat. Cheers so much, Lorraine. AC Milan have got a goal back, apparently. See you in the stack this summer. I'll be getting myself in there when it's when that's all built. I'll be getting myself there as well. So can't wait for that as well. So
be good for streaming, great for streaming, Pete. Great for vlogging, you know.
Absolutely. So here you are. Well, then, guys, we'll see you all later. Let's hope we do get Europe guaranteed for next season. Hopefully, we do. It's down to the lads to get it done. But until then, guys, we'll see you all later. Enjoy your Saturday night, whatever you're getting up to. But until then, guys, see you later. Take care. Good night. And it's how are the lads. Good night, everyone. Take care, all.